Hello everyone, I'm GK and welcome to another Magic the Gathering video. Today we're going to be playing with a Boros Weenie deck that I found on MTG Goldfish. It went 5-0 in a competitive league. The deck list, it consists of 4 Dauntless Bodyguard, 3 Healer's Hawk, 3 Legion's Landing, 4 Sky Marcher Aspirant, 4 Adanto Vanguard, 4 Tithe Taker, 4 Benelish Marshal, 4 History of Benalia, 1 Unbreakable Formation, 3 Conclave Tribunal, 4 Heroic Reinforcements, and then for the land base, 4 Sacred Foundry, 4 Clifftop Retreat, 1 Boros Guildgate, 13 Plains. And for the sideboard, 2 Baffling End, 4 Takali Honor Guard, 2 Citywide Bust, 1 Unbreakable Formation, 1 Settle the Wreckage, 3 Experimental Frenzy, and 2 Aurelia Exemplar of Justice. So today we are going to be playing in the traditional ranked. We're going to be playing 3 games, so you guys can see if this is either A, a deck that you would like to build for MTG Arena, or if you want to build for the Paper World. If there are any other decks that you would like me to play, let me know. You can let me know in the comments. You can message me, whatever you feel. I post a different deck all the time. I at least try to do different decks all the time. There's only so many Magic decks that I can do, but you get what I'm trying to say. We're playing against the Guildgate deck. Alright, so we'll play our Sacred Foundry tapped. So we have to watch out for the Ablazes. The Ablazes are definitely going to be a problem. We have Conclave Tribunal, though, which is pretty good for us. We can get rid of either the Ram, or we can get rid of, like, the Colossus, or even the Guild Summit. Guild Summit is kind of a problem. Our opponent's not looking. There's the Ram. There is the Ram. So let's go Benelish Marshal. And we can at least attack into this Ram. And then next turn, we have options. We can go Unbreakable Formation. We can go History of Benalia, depending on what they do. But they're pretty, I don't know, their land base is kind of weird, it looks like. There's a gate. Alright, you got me, Mr. Opponent. So, what are the options? We can go History of Benalia, plus Healer's Hawk, plus Concave Tribunal. Or we could go Healer's Hawk. Unbreakable Formation is going to be really, really good in this matchup. I think I like... They have 2 Guild Gates. What are the chances that they'll get a third one? I think I'm going to go History of Benalia. I think we're going to play around them. Hopefully not having... Hopefully not having the Gates Ablaze. They have to have the Gates Ablaze, though, plus another Guild Gate, which I would assume that they don't have another Guild Gate the way that they've been playing their lands. That they're just kind of rolling these things off the top, and if they are, we can hold up Unbreakable Formation, and that should hopefully win us the game. Perfect. Okay, so we have Unbreakable Formation. We're getting in for a butt ton of damage next turn. Another Healer's Hawk. Okay. So, how much damage is this at the moment? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're a little short. So we'll hold up, we'll play Healer's Hawk. We'll go in for some big old attacks. Big old attacks. And then our opponent should be just dead next turn. We have Unbreakable Formation, so we can give them all indestructible. So I don't... Unless they have double Ablaze, which that wouldn't actually do anything. So they gain 3 life. Because they got big old Instructible. That is fine. That is totally fine. We're going to give everything a 1-1 counter next turn. And we're gonna beef. Sure. Get back your Ram. I shall allow you to have your Ram. I love this card. This card is so like, I don't know, it's so good. Okay, so all the knights going to get +2/+1. Let's Unbreakable Formation, and let's get in there. Oh man, that's so much damage. How much? 6, 12, 18, 21, 24. That was like 27 damage. Okay, so let's see. What do we want? We want probably the second Unbreakable Formation. We probably want Citywide Bust as well, at least a couple copies of that. We could go Experimental Frenzy. That is another option. Let's see. Tithe Taker, don't necessarily need the Tide Taker. Like, they don't cast anything on our... Well, I guess they would have to do the growth spirals on their main, but it's not really that big of a deal. It does make a token, though. We could get rid of... Dauntless Bodyguard seems pretty good. Sky Marcher Aspirant seems pretty good. Legion's Landing seems good. Wow, all these cards look extremely good. Maybe we do just shave a couple Tithe Takers. Heroic Reinforcements also just seems pretty good. Since we are adding some big drops, let's just shave one Heroic Reinforcements, and we'll try it like that. We'll try it like that, see how it goes. I'll take the reinforcements on the play, though, since we're going to be applying so much pressure. Alright, opponent goes first. Our hand is interesting. I think we'll try it. We'll try this hand. I'm not excited. We need to draw something good. So let's play our Legion's Landing. We can either go 1-drop next turn, play the Guildgate tapped, or we can go 2-drop, whatever our deck happens to give us. That's actually a really good draw. It's an extremely good draw, actually. It's so good against this deck. We'll attack in for 1. The Tickle. The Tickle is coming in. More of a poke, but it's kind of a tickle. Wow, so this also tells me that they don't have any more Guild Gates. At least that's what I would assume. Like the Simic Guildgate on turn 1, no Guildgate turn 2 with... Yeah, I don't know. I would assume that means no other Guildgates. Which, let's keep it that way. I'd prefer you not have any. There's a Growth Spiral. Preferably not a red one. The red one means a Blaze. Yeah, just keep not playing red ones. That is totally fine. Gain 3 life. So we can go History of Benalia this turn. So let's do that. We'll attack in. And then, so we have some reoccurring creatures. We'll play the History of Benalia. And then we'll have Benelish Marshal for next turn, or we can Unbreakable Formation. It just kind of depends. Is our opponent playing a goat? Guild Summit. That's fine. We don't necessarily have any ways to get rid of that at the moment. Debating how I want to go about this. Do I want to hold up Unbreakable Formation? Dauntless Bodyguard. I could do that. I could just play... So we'll pay 2 life. I could go Dauntless Bodyguard plus have Unbreakable Formation up, because our opponent's going to be taking a ton next turn. We'll have 2-3 knights. Let's do that. Let's go Dauntless Bodyguard. We'll target one of the knights. And then if we hold up, we'll flip Legion's Landing, so we can even go end step Legion's Landing, worst case scenario. But with the History of Benalia plus the Benelish Marshal for next turn, that's going to be lethal. So yeah, we'll play safe, make it so they can't have the Gates Ablaze. And then we'll Benelish Marshal next turn, and that'll just be lethal. They can't play the Angel anymore, so that's good. The Angel will gain probably enough life. So there's Gates Ablaze. Perfect. So give all of our creatures indestructible. That resolves. And then this should just be lethal, correct? Another Unbreakable Formation. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Okay, so we're 1-0. 1-0. The deck feels good. Let's go in for round 2. And guys, if you're enjoying the content, please consider hitting that like button. I would super duper appreciate it. And if you want to see further content, don't forget to hit that little red button at the bottom right. You know, it means that you know when my videos come out. I post a video once a day, at least Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday I try to, but sometimes I have tournaments. I have track meets now coming up. Oh, it's gonna be so much work. I'm gonna be so busy. So busy. I'm pretty sure I just put some water on my screen, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to go into the details, but alright, we're on the play. We'll go Sky Marcher Aspirant. Our opponent mulled to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're playing against mono blue. I guess, thank God we're on the play. So let's go Plains. We'll go Dauntless Bodyguard. And we'll go Sky Marcher Aspirant. We're on the play, which, thank God for that. This deck never fails to have a turn 2 Curious Obsession. I will bet you $5 right now that it has Curious. There it is! It's always there. Alright. If they happen to play another creature, we'll go ahead and Conclave Tribunal the Siren Storm Tamer. If they don't, then we'll do the, we'll Conclave Tribunal the Curious Obsession. So let's go Conclave Tribunal. We'll activate you, and then we'll use our 3 lands that are available to us. Maybe we can get them to dive down their Siren Storm Tamer. I always love it when they do that. So let's take you. Come on, dive down it, dive down it. Nope, dang it. So I've had it happen to me before where they'll dive down this, like, their creature, and then it takes the Curious, and it's just like, well, that's awkward. Alright, let's get in there for some damages. It's just crazy how busted this deck is. Like, it's just so good. It only plays 19, 20 lands. Do they have another Curious Obsession? They would. Alright. So, this tells me that they have Merfolk Trickster. So, either way, I guess we do want to attack. So, we'll play our land. I should have played the Sacred Foundry. That's my bad. We'll play on the Sky Marcher Aspirant. Which one are you targeting? I think you're targeting them. It doesn't really tell me. Did I pick the right one? You're trying to tell me, but you're not really telling me. Alright, Merfolk Trickster coming in? No? Or are you just doing nothing at all? I mean, I would prefer you to do nothing at all. That is what makes me happy. There's Merfolk Trickster. Right on time. Alright, that is fine. We're applying a lot of pressure, though. If they have the Jin this turn, that'll be pretty annoying for us, but... Oh my god. Okay, so the chances of this resolving, probably not. I still feel like we have to go for it, though. So we'll play our land. We'll go Heroic Reinforcements. It's probably getting countered, but we're still going to be just applying a lot of pressure anyways. There's Spell Pierce. Alright, if they have another Merfolk Trickster, it's kind of annoying. Alright, there's a Merfolk Trickster coming in. Or if they have Dive Down. Dive Down could do it too. It'll get rid of the Dauntless Bodyguard at least. Alright, move to damage. Alright, so Dive Down on the Siren Storm Tamer. I feel like we want the air game. So let's go ahead. You are targeting here. Okay, so that's gonna resolve. Do we want to... We'll get in 4 points of damage. I think getting in the 4 points of damage is more valuable than saving the Sky Marcher Aspirant. Now they're down to 4. We need a good draw, though. Like, another Heroic Reinforcements would be really good. We could use... There's Curious Obsession. Even like a knight, the Benelish Marshal. That'd be really good as well. Alright, so they're coming in with a point of damage. If they have another Merfolk Trickster, I'm going to be tilted off the face of the planet. Tilted. By the way, my wife got me juice. Thank you to her. Siren Storm Tamer. Alright, we need something good. Tithe Taker. That's at least not bad. We will accept Tithe Taker. We are falling extremely behind though. So they'll have to block. Get in the 2 points of damage. And then let's go Tithe Taker. We still need something good. Opt away. I will allow you to opt. One top. No, that means it's something good. Tilt. That means it's something good. Probably another Merfolk Trickster. Draw your card. That is fine. Draw your card. Here it comes. The Jin, I assume. Merfolk Trickster or Jin. Our opponent just concedes. I'm so confused. Why would you keep it on top if it doesn't affect the board state? I'm so confused. Okay, let's go Baffling End. What else do we want? The Citywide Bust we could bring in. It destroys the Jins. That might be too far-fetched, though. We could bring in Settle the Wreckage. Maybe just do like one Settle just for a catch card because these board states do kind of get gummed up. We have our 2 Baffling Ends in. Tithe Taker, I feel like we can shave a couple Tithe Takers, and maybe since we're bringing in the Settle, maybe on the draw, actually we can take out an Unbreakable Formation. We don't necessarily need Unbreakable Formation, and I think let's just try it like that for this game. Just debating if I want the Unbreakable Formation. I don't think so. That might be, I think I'm going to bring that in on the play. We'll bring the Settle in on the draw, and we'll have the Reinforcements. Yeah, let's try it like that. I'll probably bring the Unbreakables in on the play. Just to apply a lot more pressure, and when we're on the attack, we can... Okay. Yeah, when we're on the attack, we can basically just kind of like cheese them. So let's play Healer's Hawk. They'll have turn 2 Curious Obsession, so we won't be able to block it. Oh my god, I'll trade. I'll trade, I'll trade, I'll trade, I'll trade. Dive down. Are you going to play another creature? Surge Mare. The Surge Mare. So let's go ahead and play, we'll play a Danto Vanguard. So that's good. They don't have the turn 2 Curious Obsession, which is a first. It is a first here on the channel. Opponent confirmed does not have it. So that's not a wizard. So we could play the Benelish Marshal, or we could play the History of Benalia. That would allow them to have Spell Pierce, though. As to where we could just play the Benelish Marshal and start pumping things, and then next turn play Benelish Marshal again. Hopefully plus Legions landing. So I think I'm going to do that and just start building a board state. Does that seem like the correct play? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play Benelish Marshal. I'm just going to play around. I guess Essence Capture could get me, but if they have the Essence Capture, then by God, you have the Essence Capture. So I can go Benelish Marshal again next turn, plus the Legion's Landing or the Sky Marcher Aspirant. And then if we can somehow resolve this History of Benalia too, that will be good value for late game. Our opponent not having the Curious Obsession is good. Unless they just found it. They did scry to the top. Oh, they still don't have it. We're getting so lucky. At least for now. If they crush us, I'm going to be sad still. Heroic Reinforcements. So what could they have? They could... So if they have Merfolk Trickster, they can make this... Trying to think. I think we still attack in here. I'm going to see what they do before we play anything. So we can get another Benelish Marshal down post-combat. Is this Merfolk Trickster? I'm going to assume that they have Merfolk Trickster. They're highlighting their cards. They're looking. They're planning. Alright, there's Merfolk Trickster. But we can get down History of Benalia now, potentially. Or we can go a second Benelish Marshal. So that is fine. And then I didn't do the Indestructible, just because if we did do the Indestructible, the Merfolk Trickster would just make us lose Indestructible anyways, so it wouldn't matter. We'd basically just pay 4 life for nothing. Okay, so Settle the Wreckage isn't bad. So do we go for History Benalia, or do we go Sky Marcher Aspirant plus Legion's Landing? Part of me wants to go History Benalia. I don't think they'll have... Maybe they... I assume they probably won't have Spell Pierce, so maybe we just go History of Benalia. We can't block any of these creatures. So let's go in for the attack first. I kind of wish we drew a land, but I can't complain. Alright, let's go History. Do they have Spell Pierce? Oh! They do have the Spell Pierce. Dang it. Okay. I guess I should have played the Legion's Landing and the Sky Marcher. I thought about it, and I assumed that maybe they didn't have it, but 1, 2, 1, 2. We're taking 5. We're taking 5. If we can go Legion's Landing. Dauntless Bodyguard. Okay, well, let's at least attack in. We have Dauntless Bodyguard, Sky Marcher, and Legion's Landing for next turn. I really wish we had this land for Settle. Yep. Ugh, if we had the land for Settle now, it would be so, so good. So we can't attack here. That doesn't do anything. Let's play Dauntless Bodyguard. We'll protect you. Sky Marcher Aspirant, and Legion's Landing. And we'll pass the turn. Oh, okay, so we really, really need to draw a land. Land is so, so important this next turn. So, so important. They scry that one to the top. They play a land. Does that allow them 4, 5, 6, 7? So that doesn't allow them... Wonder why they kept the land on top. Okay, so we can't block anything, so we'll just have to take the damage. And then draw a land. Please draw a land. No! Dang it. Come on. So that's 5, 6, 7. So there's nothing we can do. We can't... Trying to think. So this is... Yeah, because no matter what, they just have lethal on the next turn. Shoot! Oh, that settle would have been so good. Settle would have been oh so good. Okay. So maybe I do... I kind of want these citywide busts, but then I don't. So the settle was still... Man, I can't... if only we would have had that land. If we would have had that land, we could have won that game. That's okay, though. So the one settle... I think... I'm debating really just keeping the one settle. We have Unbreakable Formation, though, so that's really good, too. So we could do one Unbreakable Formation and just be super aggressive, which I think is probably the better route to go instead of having the... settle and playing defensive. We're going to be turning creatures just sideways the whole time. If we can get our creatures under theirs, that'll be best case scenario. Best case scenario. So we'll be on the play. Can't keep that hand, unfortunately. And this hand is at least fine. It's not amazing. Our opponent's mulliganing to 5. Perfect. So we'll play our planes, play the Healer's Hawk, start forcing in some damage. If we can draw a 1 or 2 drop for next turn, that would be best case scenario. There's a 1 drop. Perfect. Okay. Everything is coming together. We'll play the Dauntless Bodyguard. You may opt. I will allow it. We can potentially go History Benalia next turn, or we can go Benalish Marshal, depending on what they do. If it looks like they have Spell Pierce up, we'll go just Benalish Marshal. Benalish Marshal will be good against all the 1-drops, too. Okay, so I think since they have Counter Magic up, I'm just going to go the Benalish Marshal. And hopefully that allows... Essence Capture. Oh! I guess they had the 1 of Essence Capture. That is fine. We'll get in there for 3. We just need you to tap out so we can cast this History Benalia. Is this a Djinn? It is not a Djinn. We're drawing a lot of lands. Okay, so let's try History Benalia. Do you have another counterspell? No, that isn't opt. They're looking for a counterspell. They haven't found one yet. They're gonna cheese me. Okay, I was gonna say, watch. They're just gonna cheese the crap out of me. And then I am actually going to just attack with the Dauntless Bodyguard. I don't want to throw my Healer's Hawk under the bus, because they might have Merfolk Trickster. And I really just, yeah, there's Merfolk Trickster. I really just didn't want my Healer's Hawk to die. And if they're not doing anything, I feel like they have to have some sort of tricks. There's no way that they're just sitting there. Alright, so Curious Obsession. Do we want to block this? So we could block this. We'd be getting in for 4, bringing them down to 10. We'd be denying them cards. I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna block it. We're going to deny them cards. They have Chart, of course, so they'll still get some cards. So we need a really good draw. No, not another Plains. You're doing it all wrong, deck. You are giving me the wrong cards. So History of Benalia will go off next turn. We still need to draw something good. Yep. Can't block... Oh, actually, we could block that. Do we want to block the Merfolk Trickster? If they have Dive Down, that doesn't do anything. I think we're going to go for it. We're going to double block. Okay. So, creature down. Next turn, we'll have History of Benalia, Tempest Djinn, so we can at least attack through that. Something good. No! Come on, deck. There is not many of you. We just need something, please. Will he block? He is not blocking. So, down to 2. I feel like if we had something this turn, we'd be able to win next turn no matter what. Our opponent's also kind of flooding out on lands. A Healer's Hawk. So the big thing I don't know is, do I want to attack? So we'll cast the Healer's Hawk. So that's like the big question. If they have to have Merfolk Trickster, right? So do we just go for it? Just go for broke? Nah, shove. Shove. Oh, okay. We got there. We got there. Oh. Oh, yes. Level up. Okay. I feel like if they had Merfolk Trickster, we were in a very, very bad spot. But that's okay. We drew a lot of lands, but we at least got there. Let's go in for game 3. Let's go in for game 3. We got this. We're going to go 3-0. I'm going to annihilate our opponent. The Anti-Dead. Well, my dude, after you face my army of weenies, this hand is... if we draw really well, it's good. We're on the draw, so we get an extra card, so I'll keep it. I don't know how I feel. We're facing the Gates deck again. I actually don't mind that. I feel like our matchup against the Gate deck isn't miserable. We just need to not have them annihilate our board state, please. So we'll play the Adanto. So we have Conclave Tribunal, which is good. Legion's Landing, if we can get it to flip, that would be best case scenario. Do you have a ram? Okay, so let's play our planes. Let's go Legion's Landing. Let's go Dauntless Bodyguard. Protect the Sky Marcher Aspirant. And then let's go Conclave Tribunal. Pay 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll take your bear. The bear is mine. That was a terrible, terrible sheep. Or a ram, I guess. Alright, let's pass the turn. So if they have the Ablaze, we at least have protection on 2 of our creatures. Which is actually quite good. Our opponent's doing nothing, though. Finish, Marshall! Do we get in just for a huge, huge chunk of damage? So it would end up being for 2 plus 4 is 6, plus another 3 is 9, 10, 11, 12, flip, and then we even have protection. I think we just go for it. Flip the Legion's Landing. And then they're down to 3. So we have the Dauntless Bodyguard to save our Sky Marcher, and we can save the Adanto. So they have to have... Yeah, I was going to say, they have to have quite a bit in order to win this. It had to be like double Lava Coil. I don't even think double Lava Coil would do it. So Unbreakable Formation comes in. We could do Baffling Ends to get rid of the Rams. But the Citywide Bust... I definitely want the Citywide Bust. Experimental Frenzy, I think we'll save. We'll trim a Heroic Reinforcements. We'll trim... What else do we need to trim? We're on the draw. I feel like Heroic Reinforcements will be pretty good. What did we cut the last time? I don't necessarily remember what we cut the last time. But Unbreakable Formation is just so good. Maybe we'll cut another Heroic Reinforcements, and then we'll shave just one of these small creatures. Tide Taker is good because we get a token. Maybe just a Healer's Hawk. I feel like Healer's Hawk is probably the worst creature. So yeah, let's just do that. Let's shave a Healer's Hawk, and we'll try it like that. Let me know. Let me know what you guys would sideboard. I haven't played this deck a whole lot, so I'm not 100% sure. Okay, this hand is... So, we kept the last one, and it panned out. Question is, though, is do we want to try it again? I think we'll be a little bit risky. We have another game worst case scenario. Alright, that time we didn't get so lucky. We drew a land. So we can play the Sky Marcher Aspirant. Next turn we can play Tithe Taker, and then we can also exile the Ram. There's a Danto Vanguard. Okay, that'll work. So we'll play a Danto Vanguard. Go in, get in for a tiny chunk. And then if they play the Ram, we could go the Conclave Tribunal. Gain 3 life. That is fine. Do you have the Ram? You do. They always have the bear. Another land. Shoot. I did this to myself. I deserve it. So let's play Conclave Tribunal. We are definitely behind though. Like we need to draw all spells for the next like 22 turns. Alright, so we have Tithe Taker for next turn, which is a little bit... It's like a little bit anti-ablaze proof. Do they have Lava Coil here? Lava Coil on the Sky Marcher? No, Guild Summit. Do you have the gate to follow it up? You do. Draw a card. That is fine. Alright, so... Oh, dang it. Okay. Yeah, we definitely deserve this. That was our fault. Or my fault. I guess it's not necessarily your guys' fault. So we'll get in for 5. Another Adanto Vanguard would be really good. Or another Conclave Tribunal. Like, there are many, many cards that I would be okay with having. Gross Spiral, that's fine. So we can at least get in another chunk of... It will get in for 7. So they'll go down to 9. Unless, I guess they could have another Gatebreaker Ram. Stop with the Ram shenanigans. A Healer's Hawk. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can play the Healer's Hawk. And we can attack in with the squad. If they block the Tithe Taker, that's fine. The Adanto Vanguard, they can also block. Like, if they block the Tithe Taker, we'll just get a token. This Ram is going to be problematic for us, though. We have outs. We definitely have outs. I was going to say, I would definitely block the Tithe Taker. I think just get that value. And then if you have the Ablaze, that would be perfect for you. We need the Citywide Bust, though. Or Conclave Tribunal. Either or would be fine. Defending Clarion. So we'll give you Indestructible, or all of our creatures are going to die. Alright, Mr. Ram. Show me where it goes. Does their opponent have like another follow-up Ram? Citywide Bust. If they have another follow-up Ram, a Guild Summit. Benelish Marshal. That doesn't necessarily do it. Okay, so we'll play Benelish Marshal. And then we'll hold out for one more turn. We'll see if we draw the Citywide Bust. If we do, we have a chance. If we don't, then we just lose this game. Yep, no blocks. We're down to 4. Play some more Rams. Just play double Ram. Hydroid Krasis. Okay, Citywide Bust. No! History Benalia. Okay. We technically deserved that one. I kept a pretty sketchy hand that could have turned out to be a lot worse, which it ended up being a lot worse. So, options. We could go Experimental Frenzy, which, I don't know, I kind of just like the way it is. We have the Unbreakable Formations. Citywide Bust, I think, is really good. The Tithe Takers are fine. I think we just keep it the way it is. The only thing I can think of is bringing in the Baffling Ends. I just don't know. I'm not sure what to cut. Alright, a good hand, please. Man, what is up with all these 4 landers? They have been very, very popular, that's for sure. Benelish Marshal's pretty good. So let's go Dauntless Bodyguard. And we'll attack in for 2. We have History of Benalia next turn. And then we have Benelish Marshal the turn after. If our opponent cannot have a ram, that would be nice. Tithe Taker. So let's go History of Benalia. Make a token. We'll get in for 4, down to 14. We need Unbreakable Formation. Alright, they gain 3 life. Do they have a ram? Oh, stop with this ram. I get it, you're into it. But I am not. I would appreciate it if you would stop. So we could attack in with the squad. We would get in 4 points of damage down to 13. And then we have History of Benalia about to pop off next turn. What do we do here? Because if we play the Benelish Marshal, we risk just getting annihilated by the Ablaze, the Gates Ablaze. Part of me wants to attack, though. We could play Tithe Taker. I don't know. It might just be one of those situations where we just have to go for it. Alright, so I'm going to attack. I'll get in the 4 points of damage. One of our creatures going to die, and then we'll play the Tithe Taker plus the Healer's Hawk. Please don't ablaze me. We are definitely getting ablazed. I feel it. I feel it. We are definitely getting ablazed. Here it comes. Please don't. I'm begging you. There it is. Ah, tilt. I didn't play around it, but that's my fault. I feel like we're just so far behind. Another land. Tilts. Yep. Okay. You got it. That was my fault. I should have played around it a lot better. Maybe I should have mulliganed too. I'm not really sure. My fault. But overall, the deck did feel pretty good. Like I don't know if it felt as good as the blue version, like the white with the splash of blue. Like Heroic Reinforcements was pretty good. I like having Deputies though. Deputies are an amazing Magic card. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, the Legion's Landings were fine. The Sky Marchers, they were fine. The Healer's Hawks, I'm not a huge fan of this card without a Johnny's Primate, but I understand why it's in the deck. Unbreakable Formation, I love this card. Conclave Tribunal was pretty good. Yeah, overall, like, I need to learn how to sideboard just a little bit better. But overall, I liked the deck. It was 2-1, can't complain. The match that we lost, I should have probably won. I just played like a doofus, but yeah, other than that, that is going to be all for me. If you enjoyed the content, please hit that like button. I would super duper appreciate it. And if you want to see further content, hit that subscribe button. Other than that, that is all for me. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.